Shabbat Shalom. Well, this Shabbat is going to be completely different to any other Shabbat we've ever experienced because depending on which country you're in, your country is going into lockdown. Here in Berlin, in Germany, it's very much reduced in terms of if we're allowed to go out and why we're allowed to go out. Shops are being closed and it's just, we're in general lockdown mode because of this coronavirus crisis. And so we're going to have a completely different kind of Shabbat to perhaps a normal Shabbat that we'd be used to. And so we thought we would do for you a special mini-series which we've entitled the Corona Chronicles. And we wanted to look at different aspects of the coronavirus and how it affects our life. We're going to be talking about fear, we're going to be talking about trust and hope, and all sorts of different topics that are kind of linked with what you and I are going through at this moment when we're in this lockdown because of the coronavirus. So join us for these next couple of days. There'll be a different episode appearing each day, and we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear feedback from you, how you're coping with this whole shutdown, what you're experiencing. Let us know what happened with this Shabbat. How was this Shabbat different to your normal Shabbats? I mean, maybe you didn't have a chance to go to synagogue. You weren't allowed to go out. Here in Berlin, in Germany, religious gatherings are cancelled. You're not allowed to meet together. If you're a Christian and you're listening to this, you won't be allowed to go to church in Germany here on Sunday. So it's going to be different. And maybe this different type of Shabbat is actually good for us because depending on your situation, you're going to be at home and you might be at home with family members who you maybe struggle with. I mean, if we're honest, you know, there's this old adage, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. And sometimes we kind of wish that we could choose our family. Maybe our family members are annoying, maybe they're selfish, maybe they cause us problems. And so to be stuck with our family for a whole Shabbat, we're not allowed to go out, we can't go and visit with friends, we can't have extended family members who come in to change that dynamic. It's going to maybe prove challenging for a couple of us. But it's actually a good opportunity for us to get our relationships in order. You know, sometimes when you're confined like this, it's a good time to reflect. And it's a good time to realize, hey, actually maybe my relationship with my father is not in order, or with my spouse, or with my kids. I know that some people are dreading spending extra time with their kids. If that's the case, now is a good time to sort your relationships out. But if we're honest, there's one relationship which we maybe don't think about too much, the most important relationship in our life, which definitely does need to be sorted out. And that's the relationship with God. Whether you believe in God or not is actually irrelevant here, because in times like this, in crisis times of coronavirus or natural disasters or war, we tend to think more about God. And mostly we tend to blame him for what's going on, and we tend to demand that he sort the problem out. So we don't talk to him for the rest of the year, we don't talk to him for the rest of our lives. But when there's a problem, hey, God, what are you doing? Sort things out up there. Hurry up, we want to have our normal life back. But that's not a healthy relationship, and that's not the relationship that God wants to have with us either. God is a loving Father, and he really wants each one of us to live in a great relationship with him. That's why he made us. He made us to be with him, to fulfill our purpose with him, and he desperately wants us to be in contact with him. But the only problem was we decided we didn't want to be in contact with him. We decided to break off the relationship, and we said we want our own independence. We want to go our own way. And do you know what happened? Well, we ruined everything. We ruined the world. And we're going to be taking a look at that in this upcoming series of the Corona Chronicles. And in that we'll find that God actually has a solution to the problems that we've caused, and that was to send the Messiah. Yes, the Messiah is not someone who we're waiting for him to come. He came already. Yeshua came 2,000 years ago to sort out the problem of our broken relationship with God. And God knows all about broken relationships. He knows all about the family problems that you might have, or if you're alone this Shabbat. Maybe you've lost a wife or a husband, or maybe you've never been married or never had a partner and you long for a partner. He knows all about that. And he can very definitely fill this void, because he is the one who can love you perfectly. He is the one who gives perfect love. And he's longing to do this. He's longing for you to come to him through the Messiah, through this relationship fix that the Messiah sorted out. He wants you to come to him. So in this time of turmoil, of crisis, of craziness, of yeah, Shabbat that maybe we're not looking forward to much because we have to spend more time with family members who maybe we don't really like. Or maybe we're not looking forward to Shabbat because we know we'll be on our own this time and we can't stand being alone. Maybe the loneliness, the silence is just killing us. The silence is so loud. I encourage you, whatever your situation, let's take time to speak to God because He's listening. He's listening and He wants to be in relationship with us. So if you've never come to the knowledge of knowing Him, you know, like you might know your biological parents or a good friend. If you've never met God, then at this time of Shabbat, how appropriate, take the time and ask Him if He's there. Ask Him if Yeshua is really the Messiah, and He will answer you because He wants to be in relationship with you. So use the time, come closer to Him. And I hope that this series of the Corona Chronicles will be an encouragement, maybe a challenge to you. And do remember to get in touch with us. So we wish you all the best. Kol Tov, Shabbat Shalom, and